Hello, my name is Kiara, and I'm here with Athlete of the Week, Ramir Wiggins. How are you, Ramir?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. So today we're just going to be talking about your experience as a Norristown track athlete. So how is it? What was your hardest experience running track?
My hardest experience. Well, I don't really have a hard experience, but like, just overall, my experience of track is a very mentally draining sport. Like before every meet, before every event I run, you gotta just mentally prepare yourself and like just let you know something that you are your biggest competition. It's more of like a mental barrier for just me myself because I tend to doubt myself sometimes. And overall, I do perform well. So this is my hardest experience overall, just getting over that mental barrier I had before every time I run.
So what are some of your pre-meet rituals?
Before I meet, I normally just listen to music sometimes, or I just like play around with everybody on my team because my team's we're a very goofy team. You know, we do like fun stuff. You know, we don't really like. We know when it comes to time to work, we work. When it comes time to play, most of the time we play. But when it comes to time to work, we work. And I'm thankful that our team, they're all very supporting. We just like I guess we just like talk to each other before. I normally just like eat a granola bar or orange, stuff like that. 'Cause you got to keep your body light, but you have to keep your body. Make sure that you're eating. Make sure that you're replenished. And I drink a lot of water. Got to be hydrated before every event. That's about it. And just put lotion on. I'm always ashy before I run. I don't know why, but I'm always ashy. So I make sure lotion is very key before I run.
Yes. Okay, so you mentioned that you listen to music. So what is like one song that gets you pumped, like ready to just do your best?
Um, Anything off the Astro World album. I like one of my songs I listen to like a lot. It's like you would think that a lot of people listen to like hype, like upbeat music. I listen to like not slow music, but like it's one song at Travis Scott album. It's called Rest in Peace Crew. I listen to that song a lot. That
Yeah.
song just like it doesn't like for me to perform well, I don't need to be hyped up. I need to be like calm because I'm very anxious person. So you know I'm always like worrying about what's gonna happen. So I just calm myself down before I run, and that's when I perform well, when I'm calm. I'm not worried about anything else. I just block out all the noise and just perform.
Okay. What kind of events do you run?
I'm a sprinter, but also I'm a hurdler as well. So I run 300 hurdles, 110 hurdles. I run indoor. I run 60-meter hurdles. My preferred event is the hurdles. I also do run the 200, 4x1, 4x4. Preferably not the 4x4, but my coach makes me run the 4x4. You know, it's a sprinter's worst nightmare, but it is what it is.
Yeah. So how long have you been running track?
I've been running track since my freshman year. Originally, I only ran track to lose weight because I was big. But then I started performing well my sophomore year. When I started taking track serious my sophomore year. That's when I started seeing my times drop, and I started seeing improvements in me running track. And I believe it was my first indoor championship was my junior year. I had like a breakout year, and that's when like a lot of colleges started talking to me, looking out for me. That's when I knew that this was like something I could really do, like take seriously. So I started taking it seriously. Now I am now.
So you mentioned college. What college do you want to go to once you graduate?
I would prefer to go to HBCU. My coaches have been talking to other schools in like in the DC area, like Liberty University, Howard University. I'm not sure if they would even on the team, but like that's just something I prefer to. Haven't decided what colleges I want to go to yet. I do have a lot of colleges I can, not a lot, but I have some colleges I can choose from. I dare get accepted into some colleges. It's just what I prefer. I feel as though that team will improve me, that coach will improve me and make me a better athlete than I am right now.
What's your most memorable moment in track?
My most memorable moment in track probably would have to be it's kind of funny. My most memorable moment at track was my first time ever running 300 hurdles. I think it was my sophomore or junior year, one of those years, and I fell in front of everybody. And I was in the lead too, and I fell, and I just like it was just bad. I started crying because I was so mad. 'Cause it was like I trained for like months throughout the summer doing this event, and it was like, and I fell. But it's my first time hurdling, and like that from that moment, then I knew like I don't want to fall again. I don't want everybody clapping for me when I'm crossing the finish line. That's something I don't want to have in myself. So from there, I took hurling seriously, and that's when it made me the athlete I am today. Because honestly, without me falling that day, without that track meet even happening, I honestly don't think I would have been taking track seriously as I do now.
Yeah.
Because it was a learning experience for me.
Okay. And so you mentioned earlier that the reason why you started to run track was because you wanted to lose weight. But are there any other things that influenced you to run track?
I always played football my whole life. I just played football since I was younger. And I wanted to try something different because I started getting bored with football because it wasn't doing anything for me. And I started like, it was a point in time in my life where I'm like thinking like, when you start thinking about what you want to be when you grow up, like honestly, not like a child, but like you start to contemplate like what you want to be and what you want to do when you grow up. And to me, football, I don't think I want to be, want to play football when I go to college or even being pro at football. So I just want to try something different. So I tried track, and I just kind of like, I didn't fall in love with it, but it was like, I really like enjoying track because it was like, it was more of a, I'm more of a independent type of person. Like I like doing things myself, and I didn't have to rely on other teammates to do things. I mean, you do run really stuff in track, but like most of the time it's an independent sport. So it was stimulating for me, I guess. And then, like I said, I started running some fast times, I guess you can say, and it just started improving me and improving my confidence as an athlete, as a student athlete as well too. Because when track came around, I started taking school more seriously. I always took school seriously, but if I knew like, in order for me to go to college for track, I had to be a student athlete first, not just an athlete.
So, a part of being an athlete, you have to train. You know, it's not just like showing up
Yes.
and like competing. So, how often do you train?
Well, my coach, Coach Williams, Coach Milton Williams, and Coach Yane Weldon, they're very hard coaches. You know, they want the best for us all the time. They had their fair share of coaching collegiate athletes. They coached a lot of athletes that are going forward right now. So it was like we train 4 out of 5 days out of the week. Most times, sometimes we train every Monday through Friday, and we perform Saturday or Sunday, depends on what day the meets is. We train very hard, like we train very rigorously. We don't ever have div. We have a slow workout or an easy workout. It's just, in order for you to become a good athlete or become a better you have to train hard. So yeah, Monday through Friday we're training. We're in the weight room. We're doing aerobic work. Sometimes we do yoga to get our body right. It's just a series of like hard workouts, but at the end of the day, it pays off. It helps us become athletes that we never thought we would become.
So, being an athlete, it doesn't. Your performance on the track matters, but also your performance like in the classroom. So, what advice would you give to other student athletes on how to balance like sports and your schoolwork?
It's going to be very hard. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. It's very hard to be a student athlete. Especially at a certain level where you want to take yourself. It depends the Division III school or Division I school. You have to be a student athlete, and that's one thing a lot of athletes today don't realize, that you might be a stellar athlete, but in order for you to get places, you have to be a student first. Because when you go to college or you go to any recruitment process, the first thing they'll ask is how are your grades, you know. And some people might think, oh, I'm a good athlete, so I don't have to worry about my grades. When honestly, that's not the truth, you know. So take some time, you know, like you don't have to always have to focus on sports, you know. You could just go home, relax, you know, try to get a study hall or try to find some type of time in your day to sit down and actually do your work, because it's going to pay off, you know. Like it's always a good feeling to like have a school actually value your grades and they look at your grades are awesome, and you're also an awesome athlete, and it's like you're the just one big great package, you know. And being a good student athlete is something that every athlete should strive to be. That's something that advice I'll give to all student athletes.
So, with the stigma that comes with being a Norristown athlete, what is one thing that you would want people to know about Norristown?
I want everybody to know I want people to know that us Norristown athletes, we take athletics very seriously. You know, sometimes we are doubted. Sometimes we do have this type of reputation that we don't take things seriously, or that we're not very, I guess athletic, you could say we're not really good at sports, but in all honesty, that's something we do take seriously. I'm speaking as a student athlete from Norristown. I think our pride is something that you will not find nowhere else. We have a very sense of pride in sports and the school we come from. We are very hard workers. We understand that we might be the best in the world, might not be the worst in the world, but we're striving to be the best in the world. That's something that is just unmatchable. You will never find that atmosphere that you find at Norristown anywhere else. That's something that we always get mistaken for. We get mistaken as like lackadaisical, and we don't take things seriously. But honestly, we do. We just have to go there, I guess.
So, what advice would you give to someone that is thinking about joining the track team, but they're a little scared because of stuff they've heard about, you know, how hard it is, or?
Yeah, but a lot of times, like a lot of people hear that we work out very hard and they won't be scared. But it's like, if you want to be successful in life, you have to do things that you don't normally do. You have to push yourself over the limit. And I will say we do train hard, and just because you're new, my coaches will not take you. Coaches won't treat you like you're amateur. They treat you as if you're going to be pro. So if you are ready to work, you want to come to work, you want to come to be a better student athlete, you want to come to be a better track athlete, then this is the team that's for you.
Okay, so that's all the time we have for today. Thank you, Ramir, for sitting down and talking with me. Again, I'm Kiara here with Ramir Wiggins, Student Athlete of the Week. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.